Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today to talk to you guys about the Schneider recruiting apprenticeship program process pretty much. I wanted to inform you guys of what I'm going through and how my process is going. I think it would be helpful to the people in the future that plan on applying for the program. So let's just get right to it. And don't mind my hair. I'm melting my lace, so I'm leaving somewhere, so just don't worry about it. So to start, in the beginning of March, I put in an application for the position. There weren't many positions in my area available to do the apprenticeship program, so I had to wait like a week after that. So I called again, and eventually there was an opening. There was actually two openings, and she asked me if I wanted to do reefer or if I wanted to do flatbed, and I chose reefer. That's what I wanted. That's what I've been seeing. That's what I've been most interested in my previous job. Just to like touch on why I even want to drive trucks. In my previous job, we worked with trucks. We were loading trucks, unloading trucks, just always around trucks, glad locking trucks. And I was so fascinated by it. I was like, oh my God, it looks so fun to drive these trucks. Like, the drivers seem like they're having the best time ever. They're just chilling in there. They back up the trucks. They're chilling, just having a great time. They look like they're happy. I know from all the research I've done, I noticed that not many drivers are as happy as it seemed when I was in the job and seeing all the drivers, but trucking seems like a fun job, and I think I'm kind of like passionate about it, because now like everything I read, everything I see when it comes to trucks, I'm like, bro, get me in a truck. I want to drive. I want to understand this job. I want to do this job. So back to what I was saying, I did an application, and after the application, I got a call from a recruiter, and after the positions opened up with the reefer flatbed, I picked reefer. So she went through pretty much the position, the pay, the home time, all those things that incorporate themselves with the job. And I was like, okay, sounds good. I am ready to go. I think, I think I can do this. I think I'm capable of getting in a truck, backing it up, all those things. Okay. So after agreeing to the job, agreeing to all the things I needed, she pretty much, it was like a 20 to 30 minute conversation about driving history, work history, and all that other stuff after talking about the position. So she sent me a conditional offer. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in, I got this, whatever. So after she sent me a conditional offer, she kind of was like, so this offer pretty much, because she kind of, side note, she kind of knew that I was like fresh, new, like this is the beginning for me. Like, I have never touched a truck. I've touched a truck, but I've never driven one. So she kind of knew. So she kind of laid it out like, this conditional offer is pretty much like conditional, like it's in the name. You have to meet these qualifications before we actually give you a formal offer. And I was like, that's fine. Put me in, coach, like I'm ready. So after she went through the things I needed, the things I pretty much needed were, I needed to go get a DOT physical. I needed to get my permit. I needed to have my medical card. And that was it for what we were talking about in that moment. Like, and I already had all those things because I was doing my research. I knew what I was in for, and I knew what I needed, because I wanted to go in and go straight to training and all that stuff. So pretty much after letting her know I had the permit, I had gotten the DOT physical, and I had my medical card. She ran my motor vehicle report. I had to do the clearinghouse I had to get my pre-employment history. She also had to run that. What else? Pre-employment history, and that was pretty much it. So just to side note, when I went to first get my DOT physical, I got a 6-month off. Like, I had to do 6 months because I'm on a certain medication. So with that, I was like, okay, cool, and at least I got it, and like I'm able to drive, whatever. So after she ran the motor vehicle report, she said, you're gonna have to get a new DOT physical. And I was kind of like, I just got it in January, why would I need another one? She was kind of like, it's coming up really soon and you just need to get a new one. And I was like, okay, no problem, I'll go get another DOT physical. And when I went to go get my DOT physical, the process when it comes to being on a certain like a medication that may be a problem or whatever is long. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now, if you're on any medication, it's gonna take some time. You have to have your doctors know, you have to, I had to take some tests. I needed which is completely understandable. I completely understand why, because I'm driving a 80,000 pound truck. So I damn sure better be able to be in there clear-headed and everything. So after that process of getting my DOT physical, the first time I knew that it won't be as complicated, but there may be complications. So when I went to go get my DOT physical, I had my doctor's note and everything, I was able to get 1 year. So I went back and gave that to my recruiter, and she was like, okay, perfect. Did you go to the DMV to make sure it's stamped, approved, and in the system? And I was like, yes, I went to the DMV. Perfect. Okay, so after getting my DOT physical, getting my medical card, those were the only things kind of holding me back in that moment. Now I'm good. She ran all the things needed to be ran, motor vehicle, pre-employment, clearinghouse, everything looks good. Criminal, everything looks good. So after that, it kind of went silent. I was calling her, trying to get a hold of her, because I'm ready to go. Like, I want to get in the truck, I want to get to orientation, I want to prove to myself that I can do this. But yeah, I wasn't hearing much. Like, I was waiting by the phone, like waiting. But maybe like a week later, I call her, and then probably like towards the end of the day, so I'd say like 3 p.m. because they kind of are done around 4 to 5ish. She calls me and she lets me know that the position that I applied for is no longer available. And in my head, I was thinking like, so this is just me in my head. I was thinking like, were you in those dates, like, because it was Wednesday to Wednesday, like I talked to her on Wednesday, and then the next Wednesday, like the next week, I still hadn't heard from her. So after calling her and then she called me back, I'm like, so did you give up my position within that time? Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? Anyways, she's like, okay, don't even worry about it, I have another position available. Would you like to do flatbed? Now, the goal here is to get my foot in the door. I kind of had to contemplate it because I was like, I don't know too much about flatbed, but I also don't even know too much about reefer. So it's time to get studying. Like, I need to understand what I'm doing here, and I need to know what I want to do. So people wouldn't think I'm as athletic as I am, but I can move some weight. Like, I can do some stuff. It may not seem like it, but I can. But I said, fine. That sounds good to me. I'm not going to be ungrateful. I just want to be happy to be in the program and do the job. Just keep in mind, the job offer comes, you have to have a contract for 9 months with them. The program, the apprenticeship program in itself is 5 weeks. I'm going to Green Bay. That's where their terminal is for the classes and things like that. We haven't gotten to the point where she's given me an exact date, but she's projecting that I'm going to be leaving on the 8th, possibly. So I'm hoping for that. The only thing I have left to do is my urine and my hair follicle, which is no problem for me. I'm ready to do it, so I could just go do it and go to orientation. So after doing research, I've been seeing I've only seen like 3 videos of people explaining this process. So when I was doing research, I saw that they book you out a month in advance. I was like, wait a freaking second. You're telling me I have to wait a month? Which I don't want to be inconsiderate, but dang, I want to get in. I'm so motivated to go and do it. Like, you have no idea, but I gotta wait my turn. I gotta wait, be patient. There's people ahead of me, obviously. But I asked her, and I've been literally, when it was Wednesday to Wednesday, I've been waiting to ask her this question, because when I called a different recruiter, they're like, oh, just wait. Your recruiter is gonna call you and talk to you a little bit more about it, blah, 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 blah. So when she was telling me you're gonna be doing flatbed and then went through that position and all that other stuff, I had to ask her, I was like, so am I gonna have to wait a month to go to orientation, or how does that process work? And she's like, so pretty much, usually it just depends on how many classes, how many people, is there like an abundance of people, or is there not that many people applying at that time? But as of right now, you were projecting that you'll be starting on the 8th of April, and right now it's the 28th of March. So I'm like, oh my God, God is on my side, okay? Because I literally thought I was gonna have to wait a month and just sit and research and all this other stuff, which it's been fun looking these things up and kind of like seeing other people's videos on flatbed and reefer and all these other stuff, and just kind of learning about just trucking in itself. And it's so fascinating, and like I just cannot wait to start. I can't wait to start. Like, I don't know if you see how excited I am, but I cannot wait to start. Like, I can't. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys right now. I'm gonna let you guys know when I am actually through the urine and hair follicle test. I get my orientation date, and then the week where I'm leaving, I'm gonna let you guys know in the next video. So to just keep things nice, short, and cute, we're in this. There's no turning around, there's no going back. We're doing this. I'm going to get my Class A CDL by any means possible. Thank you for listening. I hope I was more, like, I informed you guys a little bit. I just want to make sure that I'm reaching the people that are currently before me in the process, so they kind of understand what's ahead. So always, always, always be grateful, be humble, be motivated, be happy. So before I end this video, if you guys have any questions or anything, definitely leave a comment. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. If you guys have any insight on the program, if you're currently in it, if you're about to start it, when you're gonna start, definitely leave a comment so we can get in touch. I'd love to get more information from anybody that has it. so we're kind of all on the same page, because that's the whole reason to the video. I wanted to inform. So thank you guys for listening. I will be making more videos, so definitely subscribe, leave a like, do whatever you want to do. But thank you guys for coming and watching. I hope I gave you some information that you needed. All right, bye.